What's good, everybody? You know what I'm saying? There's grand potential coming back. I haven't uploaded in a while, but I'll get straight into it, man. I really want to talk about the importance of working out and the effects that having proper mind-body connection has on the body and on mood stabilization. Everybody knows that exercise is, the greatest medicine that we have at our disposal for us as humans. We're also animals, right? But I think that for the most part, exercise has kind of become this thing where it's rigid, it's restricted, and we go in. And when I say we, I'm really talking about we, because this is me in the past. We go into the gym, and the gym or any workout becomes a thing where I'm doing this to look good. I'm doing this to look a certain way. And a matter of fact, right, like, let's not sit here and lie. Exercising, it looking good because you exercise is an added benefit of regular exercise. But I think that making that your main priority kind of dilutes the purpose of exercise. Exercise is meant to make us feel good. If we look at animals in the wild, like lion cubs, tiger cubs, wolf cubs, when they are doing in their younger stages, they are exercising because they're playing around with each other. They're messing around, throwing each other around, biting each other, all that stuff. It's all in good fun. But to us humans, it looks like, oh man, like it looks so dangerous. They're biting each other and this and that. And the reason why this is important is because we have to remember our animalistic nature, our primal urges, our primal nature. And we can't, I personally don't think it's healthy for us to subdue that with thinking and doing things because we have to do things. There is that, as the intellectual beings we in the society that we live in, let's not, get it twisted there. There are obligations that we have to perform, for sustenance, but it's very important to be able to do things just cause. And doing things just because is what allows us to act and move spontaneously. We need spontaneity in our lives to shake things up a bit. And the beauty of spontaneity is it's kind of just based on feelings. You just, ooh, I want to do it, so I'm gonna go do it. Like, that's a very exciting feeling to feel. And allowing ourselves to operate within that spectrum is what allows us to get these jitters out of our system, as compared to normally, if we got to go to the gym, we got to work out, we always have a set regimen. You follow this regimen, you do this, follow this, you do that. And it hinders creativity, and hindrance of creativity and innovation. I feel like it kills the inner spirit. And bringing this back to exercise, I think it's important to bring it back to, our primal nature, to let ourselves exist within that frame. Acting as if we are kind of like sentient beings in my eyes. But living too much in our intelligence hinders this. And the reason why this is bad is because, say you're in the gym and you're following your regimen, and it's, I don't know, say for example, push pull legs. You do your push, upper body push, you do your lower body push, then you do your upper body pull, your lower body pull, and you follow that for the entire year. Or that's your goal, to maintain that for the entire year. And that is, of course, a great goal to set. But as we all know, life is not streamlined. Life is not streamlined. Something might happen. Life might happen. You might have to deal with a family emergency. You might get sick. Something random might come up to kind of throw off your consistency. And we fight that. Like, we fight that inconvenience, as opposed to allowing the inconvenience to give us what we truly need, which is a break. Like, we need a break from monotony. And monotony actually is what leads to sickness. And within a workout context, I think this makes perfect sense. When you get burnt out from working out, you need a new stimulus. You don't necessarily need to stop working out, but you need a new stimulus that provides what's the word I'm looking for? You need a workout that's going to provide that sense of curiosity, and actively implementing this is what makes working out fun. I've been in periods, many long periods, where I have followed this strict regimen, and I always find myself getting burnt out, and it's not from a lack of discipline, but in general, when you find yourself doing the same thing over and over and over again, at least me, I don't know about y'all, but at least me, I get bored. And then my results aren't as good because I'm not as invested in my reps. And then what happens is I naturally plateau. And as I've seen with other people, talked with a lot of different people, this is evident all over across the board with a lot of people that are regular gym goers or they like to exercise. They always meet a barrier to improvement. There's always a barrier to improvement, and I believe majority of those barriers we actually create them for ourselves, whether we like it or not, because of our resistance to inconvenience. I want to state that this doesn't necessarily mean that we shouldn't have a plan and we shouldn't stay consistent. We do need some form of consistency so that we can build up principles for ourselves, and we can rely on these principles to guide us, in our day-to-day activities, to give us a sense of at least some level of comfort. Comfort is good, but too much of it is bad, and that's where we start to have problems. And what would I say is the remedy to this? Relinquishing fear. Fear of, what if I try something new and it doesn't work out? Or what if I try something new and I'm not really that good at it? These are things that are normal. These are normal things that we all deal with, not just in working out. But the reason why, again, I want to refocus, the reason why I'm bringing this up is there's a consistent flow. There's a pattern that we experience as humans. It all starts here. All these flies, man. It starts in the brain. And whatever we, the saying, you should probably know the saying by now. Whatever you believe and can conceive, you shall achieve. And this is a principle that we should recognize that is ever present, both consciously and subconsciously, meaning that whether we know it or not, whatever is going on up here in our brain is what can it creates a relay of loops that we find ourselves within. And within a workout context, it's very important to be keen and aware of these phenomenon so that we don't get burnt out or injured by constantly thinking that, oh, I'm always consciously in control, and we're not. So this is where we need to allow ourselves to adapt as animals. I think this is something that needs to be re-implemented into workouts these days. As for me, that's why, I've done all these things. I've done so many different variations of exercises and different workout philosophies, push-pull legs, total body workouts, the gym bro split, yoga. I haven't done Pilates, not gonna lie. I've done biking classes, different forms of cardio, hiking, all those forms of exercises. Of course, walking, all that stuff. But the main problem, again, is that, as I would stick to each of these, and I thought, oh, this is it. Walking is it, or hiking is it. Working out this way is it, or working out this way is it. I always found myself eventually getting disgusted of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And ironically enough, my body would kind of let me know this internally, and I would get burnt out, and I would no longer feel like I wanted to work out anymore, or I wanted to go outside because I didn't feel like there was any incentive. And when we lose incentive is the key leverage that we all need in order to do what we need to do. Without incentive, nobody's going to do anything. And we can recreate incentive by allowing ourselves to experience healthy doses of inconvenience in the gym. But this takes, again, like as I said in the beginning, creativity and innovation. What are your weaknesses? What do you think your weaknesses are caused by? How long has it been since you've done a kind of like if you've been in business school, a SWOT analysis, your strengths, weaknesses, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Yeah, SWOT analysis, yeah. When's the last time you've done that? And I think it's important to do that as you're going through the process. It's too late to do a SWOT analysis when you're already kind of suffering. By the time you're burnt out from working out, by the time you've hit a workout plateau, that is a sign. Like, there's already been leading indicators leading up to that point, but you've probably been ignoring them because you haven't been using your creativity or your intuition. And what I offer, I've might have belabored the point, but what I'm offering is a solution to this problem by which we still follow key principles when we go out to work out. But I introduce calculated risk in order to freshen up refresh our perception of workouts and what we're doing when we work out, so that we can truly experience the fullness of our bodies. And as I talked about in the beginning, feel the fullness of our bodies and our dynamic, we are very dynamic beings. I love the term neuroplasticity. The human body is one of the most adaptable things on the planet. we need to delve into that so that, we can dive in, seek and fulfill our full potential within the body, which comes from the mind, and then let everything else come into play afterwards. And then what you'll see is you'll get natural results. Things will come to you easier, and living in discomfort will become easy. Well, easier, not easy, but these are. I hope this made sense. These are important tactics and concepts to input into our workout plans, and we need to deviate from this static way of looking at exercise and fitness and health. Hopefully this message landed with some of you guys today. Thank you for watching.